Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Tower of Fantasy. So in today's video what I'm going to be doing is talking about Frigg. So right now you can actually go in game and see the skills for Frigg, and you can tell that she actually got a nerf. Now many people will say it's a balance, yeah, technically it's a balance because she was technically strong. However, I think many people just think she's OP in the CN server. She really isn't. I mean, the main use of Frigg in the ice team was not because of the damage she had, but because she can buff up your ice team, and I think that's what people keep forgetting. Now in the ice team, you're using Frigg, you're using the Lin, you're also using the Saki. Saki is your main damage dealer. You also can switch into the Lin for your damage as well, and then you switch into Frigg to bring out the ice domain, and with the ice domain you dash, you do that multiple slash, because when you do that you're able to stack up some I forgot what it's called, some freeze points or stuff like that, and that actually increases your damage. Now that is basically why you would use Frigg, not because she does insane amount of damage. You'll still use other characters, but right now with the nerfs for Frigg, I will be skipping on the Frigg banner, just because I want to see what other characters, what will happen to other characters in terms of whether they get nerfed really hard. So a lot of people have actually started getting worried about Saki, Lin, Ruby, to see whether or not they're going to get some hard nerf, and as well as whether the resonance is going to remain. Now Frigg is a character that actually only gets better utility when you get her to 3 stars and 6 star. If you compare that with a character like Nemesis, which you only need to get her to 1 star to actually see her be absolutely amazing. Now with Frigg, the reason why you want to get her to 3 stars and 6 stars is because she can further increase your ice damage. At 3 stars she gives you frostiness, which basically increase your discharge damage from your ice and weapon, and at 6 stars she can increase your damage by 12% in the ice domain, which is going to be very good. But this is going to be something that free-to-play players cannot do. So free-to-play players were asking me which character should they have gone for, whether it's the Nemesis or the Frigg. I would still recommend the Nemesis. Obviously that might change if we test out Frigg and she does insane amount of damage, but I don't think that's going to be happening, because even if Saki comes out in the future, oh yeah, something to say about Saki. Now obviously Saki is probably going to get a nerf. Now if Saki still keeps the ice resonance though, Saki is going to be a better alternative for your ice team compared to Frigg, because you would just instantly run a Saki, run a Mo, and then you would run a Tsubasa, because Tsubasa at 1 star will just give you a 15% increase. Compare that to Frigg, who will only give you a increase in your discharge weapon for your ice character at 3 star. Obviously, like I said, this is only if a situation arises where Saki also gets the ice resonance. If Saki turns out she doesn't have the ice resonance, then yeah, Frigg will be an essential character for your team. So we have to wait and see. I do hope that they keep the resonance though. Now, I originally thought that the resonance was going to be a beta version, and there is going to be a superior version, which is given to the Ruby, the Saki, the Lyra, and to the new what's called lightning character. I think his name is like Tien or something like that. So I really thought that they were going to do a B-Tech version and then a better version. However, that might actually not be true. They might actually decide to remove the resonance in Saki, which is gonna hurt a little bit in my opinion, because then it would mean that if I skip the Frigg right now, and when I summon for Saki, I can't really use Saki at the moment because I don't have Frigg. But I am willing to take that chance, because I don't want to summon for Frigg and it turns out that Saki will get the ice resonance and it'll be a better version, and that would basically be a better character to use. Now I do know that Frigg can still buff you guys up with the ice domain, but it's not as strong, and it's not going to be easier to get the to get that buff, because you do need to get it to 3 stars and 6 stars to get an to get that type of effect. Let's go over to the game actually and see what buffs or nerfs she got. Whilst I'm pulling up the information on the Frigg nerf, I would like to say that yes, I do agree that Frigg definitely needed to get a nerf, because yes, even if she doesn't become the best character in the game later on when future characters come out, it is going to be very important to note that Frigg becomes absolutely amazing in PvP on release. Literally, the damage she does is definitely going to be quite good, as well as she's able to freeze. She's just going to make the ice team a lot stronger in PvP. So I do understand why they decided to nerf her. However, I would still say that yeah, I'm just waiting for future updates, you know, for future characters. I'm still a little bit worried on some of my characters I really want to summon for, whether or not they're going to get hard shafted and I wouldn't need to summon for them or stuff like that. We have to wait and see. So at 6 stars for Frigg, when Frost Nest, yeah, you're basically stacking Frost Nest, reaches 15 points and you are in the Frost domain, you gain an additional domain of Frost 2 that increases Frost attack by 12%. Now in the CN version that was 25. I do understand reducing that a little bit, and I also believe at 3 stars she also still gets a little bit of, she gives a boost to Frost characters. Let me go ahead and find it. So at 3 stars, increases Frostness limit to 15. When using discharge skill of Frost weapon in the Frost domain, deals additional damage of 20% of Frost attack. So yes, that is still a buff for your Frost character, but as you can see, you need to get her to 3 star, you need to get her to 6 stars before you actually can give this bonus to your ice characters. And as a free-to-play player or someone who just wants to get 1 copy or even 2 copy, this is not something I want to do. This is definitely a more balanced character in my opinion. You definitely want to increase a star level to actually see the benefit of having Frigg in your ice team. So yeah, we do need to wait. I also wanted to make a separate video on this, but I will really talk about this in this video. So it looks like all the information we are talking about with the CN characters, we might need to scrap that up. You know, our meta is going to be absolutely different to the CN server. We can't keep looking at the CN server to see how the global server is going to be. However, we can still take a little bit of reference. We do know that every character is probably going to get a nerf. We just don't know which type of nerf they're going to get. I do hope that the resonance stay the same, for God's sake. Please keep the resonance the same for every single character. But I personally will be skipping on the Frigg banner because you need to get her to 3 star or 6 star to actually see the full benefit of her in the ice team. This is future AC Gamer back. I would like to say that another reason why Frigg was actually good was because with the domain, the ice domain, she has infinite dodge and you can always use your back dash attack, and with that you can keep stacking your Frostness. And obviously you saw with the Frostness having a buff for your character, if you keep stacking that, you can basically keep increasing your damage over and over again, which is actually very good. But now in the global server, that's been changed. There is not that you can't use infinite dodge now, which is gonna really hurt Frigg in my opinion, but it makes her a little bit more balanced. But I think keeping the dodge would have been better, and then to keep removing the passive and then giving her the ice resonance, I think will just be a better buff or better balance in my opinion than removing the dodge skill she has, because it actually makes her very unique. I still think many people will summon for Frigg just because of how voluptuous she is, you know what I'm getting at, but I still will just skip. In the CN server, the best team for ice was the Frigg, the Lane, as well as the Saki, but that's definitely going to change in the global server. I don't know who I'm saving for now. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to keep waiting for characters to come out, and then I'll start making my decisions. I don't mind waiting, you know, as long as I don't waste resources on certain characters that I would actually just drop straight away. If you're going to summon for Frigg, you either just want to summon because you like the character, or you want to use the ice resonance. However, that might just not be beneficial if it turns out that Saki will still have the better ice resonance in the future. We have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys like this video. Stay tuned for more content on Tower of Fantasy. Tell me down in the comment section if you guys like this nerf / balance they did to Frigg. Tell me down in the comment section if you guys are going to be skipping. And yeah, it's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.